It's so bright you don't even get to enjoy my Christmas lights, but it's such a dark day outside. We'll deal with it. Hello everyone, my name is Crystal. Welcome to Bookmas Day 7. Today I'm going to have some gift ideas for you. Some more obvious, but I wanted to dig in and find books or book ideas that are not as common, ones that I would love. Starting off, a lot of booktubers, a lot of people who read books like audiobooks. And so something that we need is something to keep us busy while we are listening to our books. And one of the things I like is coloring books. So if you wanted to get your book lover some coloring books and maybe some alcohol markers or pencil crayons, depending on what the person is into. I have just started into these alcohol markers and I am loving them so far. There's these fairly simple coloring books. This is a Christmas one, and I have started very lightly on this one. There's also even more simple one that I am working on of fall. So if your person that you're buying for loves coloring as well, you can get them that. All right, so next on my list is headphones. Something that you need with audiobooks is a good set of headphones. Now I have these ones. My husband got them for me off of Amazon, but they're very comfortable to wear if I'm listening to an audiobook. And of course they're pink, so that's even better. And then next on my list is a more obvious one that a lot of book lovers love is candles. Now this one is a lemongrass breeze one, but there's even book related candles that you can get as well that your friend, family member might like, depending on if they're into fantasy or romance. And then we have a trolley cart. Now, do not make the mistake that I made when getting my trolley carts. I have two of them, as you can see, and I started off with one because I'm a babe on a budget and I wanted to save money. I bought one and it was plastic, and needless to say, I'm going to have to replace it. And I have already with a metal one. So make sure that you spend extra $10-$20 and get the metal one so that it doesn't collapse and it holds up for the person you're gifting it to. A reading light. A reading light is another gift that you could get a loved one. I do not have one. It's on my Christmas wish list, but they clip to your book. Or Amy from Amy Reads clips it to her hair, which I think is ingenious, and it allows you to read a book in the dark. And then I have my list sitting here. So a book nook. Another thing on my Christmas wish list is a book nook that you can put together. It's kind of like a little puzzle with a scene. Some of them light up, some of them move. And your loved one might like a book nook as well. beanbag chair. Yes, a beanbag chair or some sort of comfy seat. Um, Larry on Larry Reads has gigantic, I'm trying to think what it's called, but like a gigantic beanbag that she reads on. This one is just a 3-foot one that I like, and then I have just a pillow as a backrest, and it's very comfortable, easy to read in. There's more formed chairs if your loved one is into that, but I do enjoy my beanbag chair. And it's filled with memory foam. It's not one of those cheap plastic beanbag chairs that us kids had in the 80s. And then my next one is bookmarks. Now, I'm a fan of Etsy, and so I have many bookmarks. I have ones from like the Mindfuck series. I have like cowboy ones, and then I have ones from Akatar, and so I ordered these off of Etsy, and then what I did is I printed them and then I laminated them. Now, depending on what paper you print them on, you don't necessarily have to laminate them, but I laminated them to keep them nicer looking. Yes, I have like all these Akatar ones that I love, and you can't go wrong with bookmarks. They're a nice cheap gift, and as a book lover, you can never have enough of them. And then getting into some more expensive gifts, I have a fire. Now, my fire was a gift from my husband to read books on. I have Kindle on here. I have my Hoopla. Now, I did get this because I am in Canada, and where I am, it's Hoopla library app, and unfortunately the library app does not work on my Kindle. So I do have a Fire and a Kindle, but if you just wanted one and you wanted to use the Hoopla app, I'm sure other library apps work on it as well. You have to get the Fire because it will do both Kindle and the other apps. But that is very handy. And then also my Kindle. This is a paperweight, and so you can get Kindle for your loved one. Also, as part of it is the what are they? You can get all sorts of magnetized ones. A pop socket. My goodness, my mind is not working today, but I got this off Amazon, and then they are exchangeable if you get the magnetic ones. I think the magnetic ones are for the newer phones. I do not have a newer phone. Oh, I turned this on. So I did buy the metal ring to stick these on to my Kindle and my Fire. So those are a little more expensive gift. And then of course, if you get one of those, or if your loved one has one of those, they might enjoy a case. Now this one I love because I can stick my phone in the front and it opens right up, has slots for cords if you want, and it fits my Kindle and my Fire. And it was just off of Amazon. They have all different patterns, and this would be a nice gift for your loved one if they have a Kindle or Fire to protect it. And then there is the obvious books. If your loved one has specific books that they like, it's hard when you're buying for a book lover because you don't know what books they have, so you can buy them gift cards. But if you want something more personalized, you can get them one of the other gifts I'd mentioned. There's also a specific book here. Let me grab it. That my husband got me is an Advent book. Now, this is, I don't know if you can tell, but each chapter, let's get to, okay, so this is day 7, but each chapter is sealed. And so this allows the person you love to open up each chapter every day up until the 24th is the last one, and they get to read a story. This is YA, but I can't wait till December 1st. Actually, it'll be December 7th, so I will be reading this already when you see this video, but I cannot wait to start it. And then a couple other ideas are pajamas. I don't know about most people, but I like to snuggle up on my beanbag in my pajamas with a good book, and so you could get book-related pajamas. If you're a crafty person, you could make book-related pajamas with Cricut or anything like that. And then the last one is a blanket. Now this is a nice soft blanket that I got from this is a nice soft blanket that I got from a subscription box. FabFitFun it is called. And so if you want to get your loved one a cozy blanket to curl up in, especially if you're like me and live in Canada, where it's nice and freezing cold over the winter, you can do that. So that, I think, is about 12 or 14 ideas for a book lover for Christmas. Thank you for joining me on my small channel. Like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of ideas you have for Christmas. What is on your Christmas wish list? All right, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.